Welcome guys, family greenhouse right here. Working on watch out for the plants. We're working on if you can see, the gnats are like literally in my pots. So we're spraying. If you want, you can turn yours around and face it your way so you can see who's talking. And we cut out this plastic right here. So the plastic is gonna actually fit over the pot itself. Go back up and watch TV, baby. I don't have any more. I'll get you some later. Go ahead. I'll be up there in a minute.
Welcome to the family greenhouse. About to show you what work we about to do.
So we're on YouTube and Facebook, and those who need to see dirt is in the pot. We're going to cover it up with this plastic right here. So right now we don't want the gnats getting out. We got a lot of gnats in there. So I'm going to kind of pull this back right here so we can get the plastic into there. I'm trying to watch my daughter at the same time because we got cameras. Go upstairs to the bedroom. Good job. And right now I'm trying to get the edges pulled in kind of tight. I'm gonna water this dirt afterwards. And we're gonna put plastic here to keep the gnats out. We got nematodes in there. We got fertilizer soil in there. That's actually gonna stop the gnats from coming out, and they're not gonna be able to eat our plants. They're gonna get smothered to death just in case they got gnat eggs in there and stuff. So I'm gonna kind of water it right quick. If y'all don't know this trick, you can try it. After the plastic gets on there, you can poke holes through your plastic, and once you poke holes through the plastic, it'll be able to breathe inside the soil. And then when it's time to plant in there, you can just put it right to the top. So basically you're making like a hill sort of inside the you're gonna dig your fingers down into it so you can get the plastic to get jammed like down into the dirt itself. So digging my fingers down into there, I'm burying all the gnats that's left inside there. This is ortho insect mite disease, so it kills gnats and other y'all can see that kills all type of insects. Just spray it on there one more time, get it ready. So because of gnats, we're over like 50,000 gnats in here. I had to literally bomb everything. So what you do with these are the little pods. As you can see, you'll be placing a pod on each side. So hold up to 2 pods at a time. And you'll rip the edges off. You can see the roots growing in. So now I'm gonna take this plastic, put it down in there, kind of like even it out. Bury plastic down in there, so there won't be no more gnat problem. So you're trying to ask me, how do I get water in there? So we have a watering system. If you look up here, see these tubes right here. These tubes are going to be into the pot itself, going to stick right into it. So we're going to run a tube down in there in our secondary part of the greenhouse, which you'll see. If you want, you can show them the rest of the greenhouse and what we did over there.
Here we got these plants right here. Got some lima beans growing right here. The ones that sprouting, like this one for an example. We got this one. Then we got some pickling cucumbers in this section right here that I'm pointing at. And we got some tomatoes, which is right here. This one right here. Got all types of herbs and vegetables growing.
Now I'm gonna put mulch
right
on
here.
the edges. So it's
Then
time
we
to
got
plant.
collard greens growing
But first,
right
I'm
here.
gonna poke
Which is earlier today we had put it in
into
dirt
the
today.
plastic itself. So I gotta find my poker. Here's my poker. So it's like a little cutter that I use. Cut the edges of the plants, which poke a lot of holes in there. So, and also, you know, once you get your plant in there, you can actually cut the hose, and then water into the plant. You can put a little bottle on the edge. Take your soda bottle, make sure it's cleaned out real good, and you can take soda bottles and actually stick it down in there, and then water it up to 7 days at a time.
It's done in the same one. We just did this one first. We had the plastic pretty much laid out through the whole thing.
So
Just cut
now
a
I'm gonna
little
take mulch
slit
on the
in middle
edges
where, you know,
and
where we
hold
can
the edges.
be able to put the plants inside. Now they should be able to grow much stronger. They've been growing very well in these things. At first they were in these, then we just transferred them in here. Now they're gonna grow strong and stuff like and whatnot.
Show them the mulch that's on the side, put it on the side. So
This
it's
is
time
what
to
we
plant.
put in, so like that, you know, so we can make, you know, have the plants grow better and whatnot. Mulch works well with plants.
Go sit down, Bella.
And whatnot. So whatnot. So see, he's
Go sit down.
mulch in this pot. We're preparing pots for these to start transferring once they're ready.
Go
to
sit
transfer
down, baby.
and whatnot.
So now you got the plastic, the mulch, all the holes that's dig inside of it. Once it's time to plant, we're gonna cut 2 holes here and 2 holes here. Put the plants right on top with no problem.
Daddy,
You ready to put the holes?
my dress.
Yep.
Okay, guys, I'm putting the phone down. I gotta bring another pot in. So bear with me.
And I'll show you how we're gonna cut plastic around. Let's go. So we got those who are on Facebook. We welcome you. Keep watching. YouTube, we want to thank you for watching. We're just showing how we are going to cover up this stuff, spray it down with that ortho, the gnat killer, and other things, so the gnats will not come back out of the plastic and the dirt again. So we're going to show you how many gnats are that we actually caught in here. We got one right here alive. So you see, these are all the gnats.
So I gotta use certain things.
So the gnats are trying to get out right now, so I'm gonna spray this.
See all that?
Now we had
You took the
double.
stick out already?
We had double of these. Oh, no, we have to get in there. We had a lot of these gnats last time. It was like 50,000 gnats in this greenhouse. So now we gotta do a self-watering system to where we don't even have to water anymore. So digging this back up around the edges, but since it's kind of dry, I'll put some water in here. Make sure you got your gloves, guys. You don't want no dirt in your nails. We're gonna plant later on. Make sure the soil is nice and wet. I think these are 7-gallon buckets that we have. So as you can see, that soil is nice and wet. And what it did was it laid the gnats down flat. So even if it is eggs in there, these eggs won't hatch because they won't have no way to escape or get out. So you want to try this trick at home with your house plants. This trick does work with your house plants. You don't have to worry about gnats getting out of your garden. We got to do that house plant over there, that big one, and we got a big house plant there. We're growing house plants down there.
About this one right here.
And
this one right here.
with the house plants, you can put plastic there and mulch on top. If you can't do the plastic, just put the mulch on top. to keep the gnats from getting down into the roots of the plant itself, because that's your biggest problem. They're getting in the roots and on the top of the soil, and they're laying eggs. And we get a lot of messages on, you know, people having gnats with their plant, having problems with gnats in their house. Well, they're fruit gnats, so they come by fruit. They love plants, vegetables, everything. So we're not gonna have this problem anymore. Right after we get this set up with the mulch and everything. Oh boy, this one is tough. I mean, it's better to do this before you put the secondary part of the dirt in. You can bury half of the dirt, water it down. But since we already did this, we had to, I got to dig my fingers down into it really, really good. And then next is the plastic. We're gonna cut a piece of plastic and show you how we're gonna cut this plastic. So, it's a little bit difficult. It's gonna take a little time, but it's okay.
What up, everybody?
We just don't want gnats to get into our plants anymore. We're tired of them. They grow too quickly. We got nematodes inside the dirt. Right now we're gonna cut the plastic, put it over there, show you how we cut it, get it even. And let me bring the plastic in.
Which we about to do right now.
So you can see the holes here on Facebook, and we already cut. And we're gonna take a piece of plastic and put it right over it.
So I'm about to do the cutting. So
I'll do the cutting.
putting you guys down right now.
I'll do the cutting.
Alright, he's gonna do the cutting. I'll let you guys watch.
So you want to kind of get it wide around the edges, not too wide,
I
because
will, bro. Just give me a second.
you got to bury this. You got to kind of hold it over there, make sure you're getting it kind of even. And I guess those are going to ask me, are you growing weed down here? No, I'm not. So that answers the question.
Don't we wish?
We're growing vegetables, collard greens, turnips, fruits, strawberries.
Hell, perhaps once it's legalized, never know. Maybe we will.
I've been asked that question quite a few times. Am I going to grow weed? Put your hand right here if you don't mind. Am I going to grow weed or anything like that? No. I'm not in California. I am in New York State. So you can let go of that. And that's how you cut out the plastic.
What's up, Tyrone? Long time no see.
To the plants. And there go my cut. So now I'm gonna bury this again. This works for house plants too, for all your house plant lovers. So just bury that plastic down in there to that dirt. This keeps gnats out, guys. A whole bunch of fruit gnats. We had a big problem with fruit gnats here in this house. So am I a farmer? Somebody asked me that before too. Yeah, I was taught by farmers. So I'm gonna take this hole puncher, punch your holes in there so the dirt can breathe. Once I get all the holes in there, I'm gonna put mulch around. You're gonna say, hey, how you water it? So we got a watering system that we're gonna poke a hole into. And once we get that water system in there, we never have to actually water this again. Now, for those who don't have a watering system, you can take a soda bottle and clean it really good. Poke 2 holes into the soda bottle, a glass soda bottle, not plastic, because plastic lets out material from the plastic itself. So it has to be a glass soda bottle. And you can take that soda bottle and you can literally jag it right into there. You make a hole, jag it right in there. It lasts up to 7 days when you do it that way. So those who don't really know that trick. Right now I'm gonna put mulch in. Mulch is gonna hold down this plastic a little so I get ready for the plants. The dirt is breathing because it has holes in it.
So the mulch. Put the mulch up in here.
We do not use the soda bottle trick because we got a whole entire greenhouse. So now I'll be able to fit up to 2 of these particular plants in here. I will shove them in. I will cut the holes, put them in there. They'll sit side by side, and I'll put more mulch on top so no gnats will ever get out. So we're not doing that right now. We're just covering up the pots and getting them ready. And this is how you prevent from keeping gnats, getting gnats into your home when you got plants and or just a greenhouse that you're building. Outside, it's a little bit different. You don't really have to worry about gnats outside unless you want to do the same type of method. You still got to worry about other insects, ants and stuff. So appreciate you joining us. Right now we got more work to do and we'll hit you back later. Thanks and have a blessed day.
All right, guys.